Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Good morning to everybody out there. I hope everybody had a great weekend so far. I hope everybody is doing fine. Today's the first trading day of this current week, and it is looking very spicy. We had a live stream yesterday on the Sunday, which we're doing live streams on the Sunday again. We're also doing the Patreon only Q&A live streams on Sunday. We said that the 10-year yield was going to spike, and this is what we said. We said it was going to go all the way up to around 1.66, 1.67, because technicals were looking very bullish, right? So it looks like the bonds are selling off. The MACD was crossing on the 4-hour chart, and here we are, 10-year spiking 2.8%, which is negative for, I would say, the stock market. You can see that the Nasdaq is going down, which was expected. That's what we said yesterday. If you don't know, we are doing live streams on the Sunday. We covered this yesterday on the Sunday, right? So if you want to check that out, there is a live stream video on where I'm drawing this arrow to the downside and drawing the arrow to the upside on the 10-year yield. We also said that the Russell was going to come down. We said that the S&P overall would come back down, which hasn't happened yet. But if you take a look at the future chart, you can see that the S&P went down right here. So very, very accurate prediction, obviously. But yeah, then again, it's like a 50% chance. But I was very highly convinced that the 10-year yield was going to spike. And that usually causes the market to sell off even slightly. And so that's the current situation. I think early on this week, we're going to see a lot of red, a little bit of bearishness. And as we're heading into earnings, we have got Tesla earnings coming up. Next week, we have Facebook earnings, Microsoft earnings, Apple earnings, Amazon earnings. And I think we're heading into a very bullish week next week. So starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think we're going to see a lot of green. But right now, the selling pressure is still at its peak with the dollar rising, which we also predicted that the dollar was going to go up yesterday. And crypto was going to go up, which is also happening right now. Let me just quickly welcome everybody to the stream. Good morning to everybody out there. Good morning to Phil Tomlinson, Dope Go Crazy, Jill Batterton, Disciple, James, Avice, Di Fernando, Jesus, Natalia, Omer, Luna, Lenny Reynolds, Jian Long, Gagalari, Lucas, Mohammed, Gage Paul, Ronaldo, Waleed, X Saint, Chris Anel, Young Tran, and Taco Friday. Welcome back to the stream. Smash the like button if I just named you right here. It really helps with the algorithm and helps with getting the notifications out there to everybody that is subscribed to the channel. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet, obviously. Let me just quickly send out a link so everybody knows we're live. But yeah, once again, I hope everybody had a great weekend. Good morning to everybody out there. I think this week is going to be one of the more interesting weeks as we are going to see a proper rebound in the markets, which is, it has been developing since last week. And yeah, I mean, so far we've been predicting every single move in the markets, and there hasn't been any big surprises, which I'm very happy about because my portfolio is definitely enjoying this rally, at least this starting rally, right? So the rally is just, it's coming up. Right now, we're just going to see a little bit of a cool off as the 10-year skyrocketing. Tesla stock is going to have, Tesla's going to have its earnings. I am predicting that Tesla is going to go down slightly to the downside because, one, the 10 years rising. Two, the markets are heading down. Three, there is no near-term catalyst for Tesla aside from earnings. And I think earnings is officially priced in given the fact that Tesla stock has been going up for the longest time. And you know me, right? I'm a Tesla bull. I like Tesla. I like the company. I like the CEO. I've been holding Tesla stock for years now. But yeah, I'm also realistic. I look at the technicals. I look at the fundamentals, the macros, the micros. I'm not trying to spoon feed you what you want to hear. I'm spoon feeding you what you need to hear. And I think we could see a correction for Tesla stock. I said it's around 830. Guess what? It jumped upwards after good news. I think we're still looking at a proper correction, given the fact that Tesla stock tends to correct almost every single time at earnings. We see a huge rally heading into earnings, and then at earnings itself, it consolidates and it comes back down because the catalyst is officially priced in. That does not mean that the stock is going to go to $600 or $500. I just think we're going to see a correction, and then we're heading back upwards for Q4. Mainly because Tesla's been doing pretty good, right? Their fundamentals are still very strong. It's just short term with this elevated move above the 20-day moving average on the 4-hour chart and looking at the daily chart. I mean, we're overbought on every single chart. every single time frame overbought on Tesla. Even on the weekly chart, we're touching overbought levels. And usually we go above these levels on special occasions. And I wouldn't necessarily say that we have a special occasion coming up. It's just earnings. We have earnings every quarter. We don't have an S&P inclusion. We don't have a huge recovery out of a COVID potential recession. So I'm not seeing Tesla heading up above the 850, 860 zone. There is some things that could happen which would mean that Tesla goes up substantially. If Bitcoin starts going up to 70K, that would be one of the reasons that Tesla's not going to go down. If Elon announces something crazy at earnings, we could see another spike. If earnings are going to be more crazy than expected, right? If earnings are going to be like 16, 17 billion or something absolutely horrendously crazy, then yes, we could still see Tesla go up to around $900, the all-time high. It's just, I think the probability of that happening is relatively low, around 20%, something like that. So I think there's a higher chance that we correct from here and that we're going to get another buying opportunity into Tesla, which would be nice because, you know, it's looking super overbought on every single time frame. And I would love to pick up some Tesla shares around $800, $780, maybe even $750. That would be amazing. Once again, Tesla is one of the buy and sell signals on the Patreon. I've been very bullish on Tesla for months now. We were bullish on Tesla sitting at $540. It's now sitting at $840. So huge momentum, huge gain right there as well. I mean, take a look at this. I mean, we've been covering Tesla every single day for the past 6 months, I believe, on Livestream. And, well, that's a 50% gain. I mean, I'll take it. Very nice. Most people were panicking back then. Remember that? Like, almost every single YouTuber out there was bearish on Tesla. And I vocally said, like, no, this company's not going to go down. Their fundamentals are improving. They're not going down. They're actually, you know, becoming better. So, yeah, Tesla stock doing pretty great. Just short term might be a bit of a blip coming up unless they have great news coming for the company. Let's see what's happening in the live chat. Yeah, welcome back to the stream. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Let me know in the live chat, by the way, if you'd like me to cover any of your stocks. Just type it down below. I'll be reading every single text message, every single live chat. We have a poll going on in the live chat as well. Ask the question, will Tesla stock rise above $900 this week? 50% of people are convinced that Tesla, even after the 30% move, even after the 50% rally, that it's still going to go above $900 this week. So that's interesting because at earnings, usually Tesla comes down. And then 34% says no, 13% says next quarter, 3% is mega bearish and says it's never going to happen. Okay, I'm saying next quarter. I think next quarter is going to happen unless something crazy happens. So that's my current state of mind right now with Tesla stock. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm giving shout outs to anybody that is joining the Instagram, right? So if you join the Instagram, follow me on Instagram, then I'll give you a shout out. I'm going to quickly link you to the Instagram in the live chat. Link is also in the description. Just to let you know. Because yeah, I've been posting a lot on Instagram in the weekend, especially, so that's why. One sec, let's see. Let's see what's happening to NIO right now. Yeah, we said NIO was going to go down because of the 10-year going down. Notice my nose is running. Give me 1 second. All right, so hopefully my mic is not muted. That'd be very awkward. All right, let's see. Okay, so NIO, looking at NIO right now, I'm very bullish on NIO. We've been bullish on NIO ever since it hit $35 and $33. I even made a stock pick article on NIO at 35 on the Patreon. So if you want to check that out, check it out. But yeah, short term, it looks like the 10-year yield is going to be going up. And that is going to be pulling up. It's going to pull down on the companies that have high price to sales ratios and high PE ratios, which NIO is not a stranger from. And so NIO is going to probably pull back, maybe fill the gap down to 36.5. And I just think it's going to rally up afterwards, right? Starting probably maybe Tuesday, but probably around Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to see a rally into the 40s. Because we're getting close to the monthly deliveries for NIO. And so far, NIO has been delivering quite nice results. And to be frank, I think they're going to keep doing well, and I think we're going to get back to the 40s. We're going to fill the gap, which you can see right here. There's a gap to around 40.5, and that would be my price target for NEO. It's a very realistic price target, so there's a high probability that we're going to get there. From the current price, that would be around a 8% gain, roughly 8% gain, but if it drops to 36.5, that would be more of a 10.8%, almost 11% gain, which, I've been buying some NEO stock at 35 and some at 33, and I'll be buying more at 36. So that is looking quite interesting. Looks like the 10-year is not falling, by the way. That is not looking good. For the people that think that Tesla stock is going to rally as the 10-year is going up, think again. That tends to not happen. But yeah, we'll see. It's still sitting at 850, so who knows. Looking at Palantir right now, because a lot of people are holding Palantir, and Palantir's been moving pretty, I guess, there's been a lot of negative news recently regarding the insiders selling Palantir. And, well, if the insiders sell, that tends to be a short-term bearish narrative that kind of spans out. But yeah, so far it looks like we're trading in this bullish channel on for Palantir. RSI is not at all oversold, sitting around neutral levels, which is, in my opinion, not necessarily the most bullish thing, given that the 10-year is rising. So in my estimation, we could still keep on consolidating around 23.5, where we're currently at. I think we're going to rally into the $25 by the end of this week. So that estimate is unchanged. It's just going to take a little bit more time, given that markets are pulling back as we speak, with the 10-year still up 2.7 percentage points. I mean, that is, look at this rally, right? That is just insane. It's going to take out a lot of growth stocks here. Virgin Galactic, I mean, I'm going to have to say Virgin Galactic is looking like an interesting buying opportunity. I said it the other time, and I've been buying a small amount of Virgin Galactic around $21, I believe. Yeah, this is right around that zone. Looking at the weekly charts, there is no sign of a recovery coming up, obviously. It's more dependent on actual fundamentals, right? So we're looking at, we need to see a fundamental catalyst for Virgin Galactic for the stock to be moving at all. And if that does not happen, then of course nothing is going to happen. Historically speaking, Virgin Galactic has bounced off around $15, right? So that has been a strong support historically speaking. So we know that $15, I mean, that would be amazing buying opportunity historically speaking. But it's important to take a look at, like, what is the reason that the stock is going down? It's because they're delaying test flights, and this has been a point of discussion ever since the company went IPO or went, SPAC merger. They have been doing this in the past as well. And usually what tends to happen is it goes down short term, and then we get a good positive piece of news, and then it skyrockets, right? That is what happens with Virgin Galactic, and it's been time and time again, the same kind of news. However, what's really making this worse, obviously, is the 10-year yield spiking. So what I think is going to happen is we're already starting to fill the gap, I think. We're going to fill the gap right here to 17.3. I think that's going to hold up. And then heading into earnings, we'll see another spike. We usually do. It's around 21, 22. I don't think it's going to go up much above that levels unless we get some good news. And if we do get good news for Virgin Galactic, then I think we're heading above the $26. I think we could get right into that $26 to $30 zone, which would be right here. Yeah, I can't say a whole lot more than that. I mean, we're getting close to that 200-day moving average on the weekly chart, which is very, very strong support. Like I said, fill the gap. And I think any price below 19 is going to be a great buying opportunity, unless the 10-year spikes like 20%. But I don't think the 10-year is going to spike like that. It's looking pretty sweet. We're getting some nice buying opportunities in space exploration, and I'm liking it. So it's going to be pretty great. I'm actually really, really stoked because I wanted to buy Virgin Galactic at cheaper prices, but it was sitting at like, I think it was sitting at like $60 at some point. Really, really crazy. Gara, did you watch the latest Alexander Karp interview sessions video? Yes, I did. It was pretty great. It was awesome. I love it. Alexander Karp is a great CEO, and I think that was a great interview. I think everybody should watch it. It's on the Palantir YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it yet, Palantir just released a video where Alexander Karp, the CEO of Palantir, is talking about what Palantir is doing and where they're heading, and very informative. And you also get an insight into what Alexander Karp, the CEO, is thinking, which we don't get that many clips of, right? Make sure you check it out. But also make sure you hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes right now. To the people that just joined, good afternoon and good morning. This is the first trading day of this week. I'm very excited. If you didn't pick up on what I said recently because you just joined, basically I said that the 10-year is likely to rise a little bit further, although I don't think the 10-year is going to rise until the end of the week. I think just for today and tomorrow, we might see the 10-year rise further. We called this out yesterday, and it's happening right now, which will cause the markets to be slightly bearish in the first couple days of this week. I think for the end of this week, heading into the end of this week, we're going to see a lot of bullish momentum. So today and tomorrow are going to be potential buying opportunities into many, many companies that are selling off because of the 10-year yield going upwards. And I am going to be buying some stocks, and I'll be letting you know which stocks I'm buying over the course of the next coming days and over the course of this stream. We have Tesla earnings coming up as well, sitting at 849.9. I don't think it's going to hold up because the 10-year is spiking, and honestly, at earnings, usually Tesla goes down. I can show you right now. I mean, it's a particular pattern that just does not go away. Tesla sold off right there. Okay, let me just, there we go. This is another earnings where Tesla sold off. Another earnings where Tesla sold off right here. This is back to back, right? So it's no surprise. We can go back right here. Tesla sold off into earnings. Even at the stock split, right? Stock split sells off. So whenever there's a catalyst like that, it just sells off, historically speaking. So that's like almost 6-7 earnings back to back where Tesla sells off at earnings and rallies before earnings. And I think the same thing is going to happen again, especially with the 10-year yield rallying as it is. Gara, don't you think that currently Astra is better buy than Virgin Galactic? No, because Astra is sitting at a higher price relative to Virgin Galactic. And Virgin Galactic is still selling off. I like the stock with great fundamentals that is selling off on the stock price, because when you're getting a cheaper stock price relative to the price of historical, other companies that are actually sitting pretty high, I mean, that is a great buy, right? Fundamentally speaking, Virgin Galactic is not going to go anywhere. It is a great company. They have some delays. That's unfortunate. But yeah, just view this in a positive light. Like, we're getting cheaper prices on a great company, and that's all I'm seeing right now. All right. Let me know in live chat which stocks would you like me to cover. I'll be covering your stocks. So far, I've seen some companies, but not that many. Virgin Galactic. I just covered Virgin Galactic, right? MRK, VW. Oh, yeah, by the way, for the people that are interested, this is not going to be like an elaborate ad. But yeah, we have a Patreon. I just uploaded the buy and sell signals and 2 articles on some stocks. Namely Palantir and DIDI. If you want to check that out, I uploaded that in the weekend on Patreon, so check out the Patreon. Even for the patrons out there, make sure you check it out. It's really important information about 2 companies that I'm very bullish on, and the buy and sell signals, which I've also revamped. It's pretty great information, so definitely do check it out. Let's see, I think some people did join the Instagram, didn't they? One moment. Nasdaq is still selling off. Russell's still selling off, which was to be predicted, in all honesty. Dollar is still bouncing. US 10-year is still going up. And like I said before, if the 10-year does fall, then the markets are going to go up, and we're going to see everything go up, right? Because that 10-year going up is definitely something that's pulling back on the stock market and stocks out there. Virgin Galactic has a lockup period ending on the 25th of October. You're too optimistic. Nah, I think it's going to be priced in by then. I think it's going to be priced in. It won't matter. I mean, Richard Branson has been selling anyway, so. C3.ai is kind of stuck because the 10-year. I mean, companies like C3 with high price to sales, like 20+ price to sales, are very, very much dependent on the 10-year yield. Looking at BNGO looking interesting as well, sitting at 5.1. We're just seeing headwinds after headwinds for these growth stocks. Namely because of the inflation rates actually going up slightly instead of going down. Both BABA and DIDI are pulling back here. Interesting. Virgin Galactic still down 4.5%. Netlist is up 4%. Robinhood is down. I mean, this is crazy. Uber is down a percentage point. UiPath is barely going up. SoFi is coming down, which I was predicting. ChargePoint is down 0.7%. CRISPR is starting to pull up slightly. And the SPACs over here are just going flat. I'm telling you, those are all buying opportunities. We're going to see a lot of bullish momentum coming into, I would say, the latter part of this week. Coinbase is slightly down due to the fact that cryptos are slightly down. And looking at XPeng here, XPeng is pulling down like we said. Lucid is still holding steady but down a percentage point. Li Auto down 1.4%. Snowflake is, oh my god, like this is crazy. The fact that Snowflake is still sitting A-OK, while the 10-year yield is going up, it just blows my mind. I don't understand this. Somebody please explain why Snowflake is still holding up while everything else is going down. Including Tesla at this point, isn't it? Even Tesla's like, it's holding 850, up 0.8%. See how big tech is doing. Apple down 0.5%, Microsoft down 0.5%. Facebook is up. I am bullish on Facebook, so it's up about 1%. Google down about 0.5%. Amazon down 0.5%. Netflix is up 0.5%. Looking quite interesting. No Chinese food today. Yeah, the Chinese stocks are not doing so well right now. I have to admit. But that could be because the Hang Seng Index is kind of going flat right now. I mean, it was up like 0.3%. But yeah, VIX is heading up right now. Looks like volatility is coming back into play. Mainly due to the 10-year going up. Bonds are selling off like crazy. Bitcoin sitting at 6.6 or 60,600, and Ethereum sitting at 3.7K. Remember what I said in the past? I said that Bitcoin was going to go down to 30K right here. It did not happen. We had several bullish catalysts that came in that we could have not predicted, and that took Bitcoin higher. Even with the CPI rate going up, we had the central bank accepting some cryptos, holding on to those, and we have the Bitcoin ETF, El Salvador. Some really, really big headlines came in. And frankly, I think that's also the reason why Tesla has been rallying the way it is, because Tesla's holding billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. And, obviously, if Bitcoin goes up, their holdings in Bitcoin is going to go up, and that is a positive thing, along with their huge delivery count of vehicles, which blew everybody's minds. All right, we have 10 more minutes until the market is going to be opening up here. 10 more minutes for the market opening up on the first trading day of this week. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get 200 likes right freaking now. If everybody would hit that like, we would get 200 for sure. We're going to do another Q&A session at 150 likes. So if we get to 150, I'll be answering all your questions right away. Apple and Beyond Meat. Yeah, I haven't covered Beyond Meat in some time, I think. But I am quite bullish on Beyond Meat. I think heading into earnings, it could look interesting, especially with the 10-year heading higher. I think we're going to see a spike to about 120, 130 heading into the end of this year. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm looking at 110, maybe 120 to fill that gap right there. But I am definitely bullish on Beyond Meat. I think the stock has been pulling down for such a long time now. RSI is sitting at historically low levels. Volumes are substantially lower than what we've seen any time before. And if the 10-year does come down at the end of this week, then I think Beyond Meat is going to be rallying into earnings, which is going to be the beginning of November. Keep in mind, Beyond Meat, historically speaking, we've been sitting at the same price range since 2019. And guess what? Let's just take a look at earnings, right? So this is 2019, $300 million in revenue, net income of minus $10 million. We're now sitting at a annualized rate of about $600 million. So we doubled revenues, roughly speaking. And, Obviously, we're also burning more money for that growth because it's a growth company, but it's not substantially more. And the stock price is sitting at the same levels, which is just crazy to me. I think Beyond Meat is going to be doing pretty well. Let's see. All right. What is your what is your take on Chinese tech and growth? My take on Chinese tech, it is undervalued. I think it's heavily undervalued because of the sentiment around, China and the U.S. and Evergrande and whatnot, which is discounting these stocks. But these companies are still doing well. They're doing really, really good, fundamentally speaking. They're still growing. But yeah, there was some news recently coming out that the economy of China was contracting by about 4 percentage points, which is definitely interesting, right? So that is a bearish thing, right? If the economy is contracting 4%, I mean, that is insane. But I think they're still undervalued. I think they're going to get more undervalued probably in the future. Because it's undervalued, it's relative, right? So if U.S. equities are still going up and Chinese equities are still going down, they get more and more undervalued because, well, obviously, right? It's like you're comparing it to something else. And Chinese companies are growing as much as U.S. companies and sometimes even more. I think people are selling out of fear. They're selling out of massive, massive fear. They're not selling out of greed. I think when people are selling out of fear, then yes, we're going to get cheaper prices, and I think we're seeing buying opportunities. DIDI had some news out coming, and potentially the app is back online on some platforms like WeChat, which if that is really the case, then I think the stock could fly above $10 real quick. But if it's fake, then obviously nothing is going to happen. And so far, it looks like it's, pre-market is down about 1.2%. Nothing really happening there. So it's a little bit sad. But yeah, looking at Tesla, it is still sitting at 850.5, still holding up, but it's overbought on every time frame. We had not a single time of Tesla going up at earnings, right? It's always been down. Will this time be different? We'll see. It's now sitting at 851.7, while the 10-year yield is skyrocketing. Q4 Tesla will be epic. I think Q4 Tesla is going to be epic indeed. I think we're going to be taking out the all-time highs in Q4, mainly because I think supply chain issues are going to be less. I think the prices of the Tesla models are going to be higher, which is going to have a positive impact on their balance sheet because they have so much demand for their vehicles. For them to up their price, it's not going to have too big of an impact on their demand since their production capacity is already sitting they're producing every single vehicle that they get, right? So they have no much room to be producing much further. Although they're working on that with their gigafactories in Berlin and Austin, which are going to be opening up in the coming quarter. And so yeah, if their prices are going up, revenues are going to go up, profits are going to go up, and full self-driving is released, insurance companies released. Next quarter is going to be one hell of a quarter. But yeah, before that happens, I think we're going to get a correction. Slight correction, nothing too significant, but we're going to rally into the all-time high and break the all-time high around December. But yeah, we're going to see what happens for the coming days. And like I said, I'm still very bullish on Tesla stock. I think the company's doing great. It's just we're going to get a correction. I'm pretty darn sure about it. I would be very, very surprised if it does not correct. Tesla's not up because of Bitcoin. It's part of the reason. Deliveries and their business is the cause. That's true. Actually, in the earnings of this quarter, you'll have to assume impairment due to Bitcoin hitting low of 30,000. Yeah, that could very well be the case because they have to report any losses on that, on their Bitcoin, and they can't report profits on that, which is kind of strange, but yeah, that is how it works. They will be reporting their impairment, but obviously, if you take a look at the price of Bitcoin, you know that they're doing pretty well on their position on Bitcoin. Mara stock, please. I'm going to take a look at Mara. I haven't looked at that one in some time. Yeah, so Mara's been doing well because of the cryptos doing pretty well. And it looks like Mara, for the most part, has been hitting overbought levels. However, with cryptos still looking pretty steady, I mean, Mara did go up 12% the other time. And it's now down 1.5%. We're sitting at resistance levels. Let's check the weekly chart. Weekly chart is still looking good. We're not overbought on the weekly chart. Daily chart is, I think we might actually go a little bit higher than what we're currently at. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if Mara would just rally into around $50. Maybe we get a small correction here, but it's not going to matter that much because Bitcoin is still looking strong, sitting at 61K as we speak and going up higher. Yeah, I'm expecting it to reach around lower $50-ish, and then maybe we have a correction. All right, we have 2 more minutes left until the market is opening up here. 2 more minutes for everybody to smash that like button. Let's get to 150 likes. At 150 likes, we're going to do another Q&A, so smash that like button right now. Let's freaking go. Let me know which stocks you want me to cover in the live chat. We're going to be taking a look at Tesla for the coming minutes because I think this is going to be one of the more interesting plays right now since earnings is coming up and the stock has been incredibly volatile in recent times. So let's take a look at Tesla right here. You can see in the 1 minute chart, Tesla's been going up for the past couple minutes, and usually what tends to happen is that it drops as the market opens up. So we'll see what happens next. There we go. Alrighty. 1 more minute left. MRK, please. AMC, Baidu, Fuel Cell, Macy's. We're taking a look at these in a couple minutes here. For now, we're looking at Tesla sitting at 851.7. It's green while the 10-year yield is starting to fall a little bit now. You can see the 10-year's falling. Markets are starting to move upwards slightly. And let's see. DXY is starting to drop. Interesting. Oil is still going up. Bitcoin is going up. There we go. Markets are officially open. Let's go. And Tesla sitting at 851.7 and it's shot up to 852.3. Looks like it's heading up short term. Lots of momentum coming in here. 852.6, 853. It's up 1.3% as we speak. And this is mostly because of the excitement around earnings. There we go. And what are we seeing with the 10-year? The 10-year slightly falling. VIX is still spiking. We have the dollar slightly down still. Let's take a look at the 15 minutes. There you go. 854.5. And then if you take a look at the 4-hour chart. Now sitting at 852.6. And the next big resistance is, or it should be, 860. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart. There we go. All right. We're heading up. 854.8, 855, 856. And markets are still bearish and the 10-year is still up. And Tesla is still heading higher. Let's see. There we go. 1 second. I'm gonna add small short positions on Tesla right now because I think it might actually pull back very soon. Nothing too significant, of course, but you know, a couple $100 here and there. Because it's sitting at 857 right now. We're getting closer and closer to the 860 resistance, which it's quite incredible, right? It's amazing. I mean, I'm holding some Tesla stock. I'm very happy about that. But I just don't think that this momentum is going to keep up at for the coming weeks or something. All right. I just already put sitting at 857. There we go. All right. Very overbought on the 1 minute chart, as you can see. 1 hour chart is looking super overbought as well. Hold up. It's pulling back just slightly. 4-hour charts, also overbought, very overbought. Daily chart, also overbought. One sec. There we go. Good luck shorting Tesla. Thank you very much. I will short this thing back into oblivion. Hold up. Yeah, if you're seeing me on my phone, I'm actually adding short positions on Tesla. Which is kind of crazy, right? It's like you're doing the opposite thing of what the majority of people are doing, which is buying Tesla stock. One sec. There we go. See what happens? I added another couple $100 at 859, and we're getting to that resistance at 860 now. See what happens here. Very, very overbought, as we can see right here. All right. People are starting to call me crazy again. This is what always happens. People start calling me crazy with Alibaba, with many stocks out there, and then the opposite happens of what they expect, and they're like, "Oh my God, Gara, you were right about this." But we'll see. I could be completely wrong about this, but I think people are getting way too excited. People are getting very greedy, and it's showing off in the technicals. It's showing off in the headlines. It's showing off on YouTube. It's showing off everywhere. It's like Tesla's going to go to $1,200. We'll see about that. I don't think that's going to happen. This is a sign of a bit of a runaway gap that we're seeing right here. I'm already profiting on some of my positions, by the way. I have short positions at 857, 858, 859. And those are the majority of my short positions. So as it's going down, and look at this, the 10-year yield is still sitting high. Markets are still very negative. So the only reason that Tesla stock is managing to stay green is because of earnings. And if it wasn't because of earnings, it would be bleeding right now, as many other stocks are doing. Look at the tech companies out there: Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all of them bleeding down. It's just earnings momentum is kind of it is the reason why Tesla stock is doing well. This is not me being bearish on Tesla necessarily long term. It's just short term. I think we're going to see a pullback. Let's see. Yeah, I would not necessarily buy Tesla at current levels because it's so incredibly overbought. Let's see, AI slightly green, Palantir slightly green, 10-year still sitting high. NEO is still up 0.5%. Lucid is up 2.7%, which, we've been bullish on Lucid. Look at that. We've been very bullish on Lucid. It's getting to that $25 now. NEO is moving, which is great. See, big tech still down. Look at that. Apple down 1%. Microsoft down 0.5%. Recovery stocks are down. Semiconductors are not doing so well. Value stocks are not doing so well. We have Alibaba going into green territory now. Looking at other companies here. Let's see. UiPath. Path is green. SoFi is still green, which is kind of mesmerizing, right? SoFi is green. Like what? Helion bouncing up, which we did expect after that sell-off. And back to Tesla, it's still sitting at 856.2. Seems like we might get another spike. Yeah, it's kind of cooling off as we speak. People are taking some profits. Let's see. Palantir is pumping up. About 0.6%. Looks like we're seeing a bit of a rally going on there in tech, which is interesting. I mean, Tesla could stay this high for a couple days, right? We have earnings on Wednesday. It could stay in this range, like, easily. Which is why I drew it like this, right? It's like it could stay here and then pull back. Would be great if we are right on this. MACD's getting pretty close to resistance, historically speaking. Baba's starting to go up. Look at that. Baba heading upwards. That is awesome. DIDI's heading up as well. It's both Baba and DIDI, and Baba up about 0.5% now. Oh, wow. Interesting. NEO's shooting up. What is happening with the 10-year yield? 10-year is still high. Still sitting at 2.4%. NEO is heading up 1.3%. I think it's the EV stocks are heading up mainly due to the fact that Tesla's looking very, very bullish right now. Tesla's sitting at 857.2, up about 1.7%, pulling up pretty much every other EV stock out there. NEO's getting to 38. My expectation was NEO to sell off to 26.5 because of the 10-year yield having a relatively negative impact on markets, which it has, to be fair, right? The Nasdaq is down, Russell's down. But yeah, Tesla earnings is apparently bullish enough for that to spread through other EV companies. And that's what we're seeing too. So yeah, NEO is sitting at 38. I think we'll have to see what happens. I mean, it's still early, right? It's very early. The market opened up about 10 minutes ago. Anything is possible at this point. Oh, wow, there you go. Damn, look at that. Tesla sitting at 859.5, and it's heading up higher. It's about to touch 860. It's now sitting at 860 bucks. With other EV stocks like NEO, XPeng, and Lucid doing the same thing, all going up right now. AI sitting at 0.8% to the upside. What is happening? Is the Russell going up? No, Russell's not going up. 10 years not going down. Yet we're still seeing green in Palantir, AI, Tesla. We're still seeing green in some growth stocks like BNGO starting to go green. Very interesting. Baba's starting to come down slightly. DIDI is still down 0.5%, but Baidu is up 3.4%. Tencent is up 1.8%. Tesla breaching above 860, and it's heading up much higher. Let's see, 4-hour charts. RSI is sitting at historic levels. I want to add some more shorts. There we go. All right. Tesla's sitting at 860.5. Momentum is still there. You're shorting Tesla. Yes, I'm adding more to my shorts. I currently am short $3,000 on Tesla, sitting at an average price of about $855. I have about $5,000 long on Tesla, and I think that Tesla's going to drop back to $800, which would equate to about, for me, because I have some leverage on that position, on the short position, around 30 to 40% profit if it does go down to $800, which then it's kind of a hedge of my long position, right? So I still have a long position. It's also a hedge against my other long positions. So I think that the 10-year yield has been it has been going up, and it's going to keep going up short term. If I can check it out right now, it is, yeah, there you go. The 10-year yield is going up much more, which is not a good thing for growth stocks out there, not a good thing for Tesla stock. But yeah, this is kind of that dynamic of like irrationality takes over right around earnings. People are buying just for the sake of buying. They're thinking, hey, Tesla's such a great company. Let me buy some more. But yeah, earnings is priced in. All the good news was priced in. We didn't get any big announcements. 10-year yield is going up. Dollar sitting pretty high. The markets are going red right now. Markets are still red. Although we're seeing the Nasdaq bounce back up. The Russell's bouncing back up. Tesla's just hit 861.5, which is interesting, right? It's still, wait, actually, did it go up higher than that? Let me check. 862.8. So there was a bit of a spike there to 862.5. Tesla doesn't care about markets. It better do, because some really interesting stuff is going to come up for Tesla. And I think a lot of retail traders are buying Tesla in droves, thinking that it's going to just keep on moving up to $1,000, $1,500, etc. Should have waited for Tesla to retest the all-time highs. I don't know. Maybe we don't hit the all-time highs. At least not short term. Why didn't we hit all-time highs last month? Why not the month before that? I mean, Tesla had perfect good reasons to be hitting all-time highs back when the 10-year yield was sitting much lower. Why is it going to hit the 10-year yield? Why is it going to hit the all-time high while the 10-year yield is skyrocketing? It just doesn't make sense to me. The environment has become tougher, right? And yet the stock is it's obviously it's going up right now, but it's like to argue that the stock is going to hit all-time highs right now after it already rallied like more than 30 percentage points, and it's getting close to earnings, which usually acts as a sell the news event. I think that's a little ridiculous. But it's already sitting above my estimate, so I can't really, complain too much. Let's see. Let's see. Check the RSI right now. Yeah, RSI is getting there, right? Like, look at that. Daily chart RSI, we're getting pretty close to levels that we've seen in the past. I mean, the most recent one was January 2021, which I don't know if you remember that, but that was right here. Comparatively, back then it drops 10% in one go. What was the time before that, actually? Yeah, similar levels was December 2020, which, if you don't remember that, I do remember that. That was the stock split. No, not the stock split. Never mind. It was right here, where we had a correction of about 11%. And December the 8th, we had a correction of about 14%. One sec. Gary, you sound like a 23-year-old guy. Let's see. Give me some time. We'll have to... we'll see what happens. This is what happens. It's that the stock is running upwards. Everybody's bullish. There's not a single bear out there. I just checked my trading app. You know how many people are bullish on Tesla stock? 95% of people are bullish on the stock. 95% of retail traders are bullish. Only 5% is bearish. Only 5%. I've had 6 to 7 years of experience in trading and investing. Whenever 95% of people are bullish, very, very shortly after, the stock tends to come down. Just on the basis that hedge funds could literally just wipe out a bunch of bulls. Hedge funds, institutions, and high frequency traders, etc. 8:59 on 859.3. And the 10-year is still going up. 10-year don't care. The 10-year does not care. 10-year still going up right now. Markets are still negative. Tesla at 859. Sitting at the highest RSI since January. Let's see. Adding some more short positions. At 859. Let's see what happens. 859.2. It's still holding up pretty fine though. All right. 859.5, and let's see what's happening for other companies out there. Palantir up 1.3%. C3.ai is up about a percentage point. Virgin Galactic is still down 3.9%. SoFi is heading up. That is a very surprising one. UiPath up 0.3%. GGPI up 0.1%. IONQ up 2.5%. Robinhood is up. Is actually down. Oh, that's crazy. It's going down. DIDI down 0.6%. That's really nutty. Gara shorting Tesla. I mean, I'm not shorting a very large amount. It's just I think that we're going to go down to $800 short term. Most likely. Keep in mind, I still am holding some Tesla stock. It's not like I'm not holding. I'm still holding some stock, but I'm hedging against them as well, simultaneously. I took profit on like more than 75% of my Tesla position. Got out of those at around $800, right? So missed out on that last bit. Which, you know, this is some incredible momentum that we're seeing. I sold in this zone, right? And yet the stock just keeps blazing through. Like we're like Tesla's going to be starting to make planes or some stuff like that. But yeah, the thing is, on the weekly chart, we're looking relatively, I mean, if I'm going to be really honest, we're just getting started on the weekly chart. However, what I believe is that just because it's not sitting there at the $80, or not $80, but the 80 level or 76 level, which we've been there in the past, doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to just shoot upwards to that point. We could get small corrections and then go up, which I still believe is going to happen. I still believe that Tesla stock is going to take out all-time highs for Q4, which would look something like this, right? Heading into December, etc. I think $1,000 would be maybe tops, something like that. But yeah, a lot of people think that is going to happen right now as we speak, which would be kind of funny. Let's see. Tesla sitting at 860.7. NEO, look at that. NEO up 1.9%. I think at this point, could we say that this downturn we're going to see is not going to happen? I think probably. NEO up 2%. XBang up 1.1%. Lucid Group is up 4%. C3.ai up 1.2%. Palantir up 1.2%. Very nice. We're seeing some of that bullish momentum coming back in here. One moment. All right, made some adjustments, added some shorts on Tesla at 861. It's now sitting at 860.7, up 2.1%. What's happening with the 10-year yield? 10-year yield is still sitting pretty high. The dollar is still going up. Nasdaq is making a comeback, so that's what we're noticing right now. The Nasdaq is making that big comeback. That's causing a lot of stocks to rally, right? So the Nasdaq and the Russell are rallying. So the small cap index and the tech index is going up, or are going up, which is causing a bit of a rally in AI, Palantir, and stocks like, you know, similar to those. Which is quite interesting. Gara about to get squeezed by Elon. The thing is, Elon himself is saying that Tesla is overvalued at this point. So I don't know about you, but he himself, the CEO himself, is saying that Tesla's kind of overvalued. I mean, what can I say? I think he said it at Kara Fisher just recently, like maybe like 2 weeks ago. So Palantir is spiking. Tesla still sitting at 860.6. Tesla is, wow, it's incredible. Quickly checking some settings. Do we see any big changes? Not really. Wow, this is unbelievable. Look at this. There you go. Snowflake is sitting at 340. Like, what the hell's going on here? 102.5 billion market cap. No, Elon did say it just recently. He said that the stock price was expensive and overvalued. Again, I think at Kara Fisher's. I'm not sure if it was Kara Fisher's. There was an event recently where he was like, yeah, I said the stock price was expensive, but hey, people like the stock. Which is an indication that he's kind of worried about it slightly. It's mostly like, it's a frenzy, it's momentum. It's, it's like, oh yeah, Tesla, fantastic deliveries, earnings, etc. Keep buying. Meanwhile, the 10-year goes up, the stock market goes negative, and people don't care. They just keep buying because it's irrational. I don't know what the hell is happening with Snowflake though. We're still not at overbought levels on Snowflake. Daily chart is about to go overbought though. Like, we're getting pretty darn close. And we do not have a great time at overbought levels, so I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Maybe we have a little bit to go. Seems like 350 seems to be a reasonable level to see us top out there. For us to see a correction back to the lower 300s. He never said it was overvalued. He said it was expensive. Like, that is a good thing. Do you think it's a good thing when the CEO says that his stock's expensive? No. It's not a good thing. Oh, there you go. I'm profiting on my short position. I mean, this is so silly. Whenever it drops like that, I mean, people are getting way too excited here. Way too excited. It's like, are we gonna get back to the point where we're gonna see posts on Twitter? I'm gonna call it out right now. We're gonna see posts on Twitter. I sold my car to buy some Tesla stock. I sold my house to buy some Tesla stock. I'm just warning you. Like, this can get really crazy to the downside and to the upside. Like, even if it goes to like 900 or like 950, I'll be fine. It's more about, like, please think rational. Don't go all in on a stock that's sitting at close to all-time highs, sitting at very overbought levels. And frankly, I think looking at metrics right now, looks like a correction is coming. We're now sitting at an RSI of 80, and we're going above that level. We have a slight slither left to the upside before things can get really nutty here. Well, we have seen RSI spike into the 90s even. 93? Well, there you go. Tesla's moving to 862. Look at the haters. Haters are turning up. 862.2 on Tesla stock. It's going to be so funny when it goes down. 862.9. There you go. Another dollar. Another dollar another day. I'm going to add some more short positions. I mean, I've seen this over and over. I mean, I've been holding for how many years have I held Tesla stock? I know this stock in and out. There we go. All right. Fantastico. Look at the volumes though. That is incredible. Do you think hedge funds are buying at 860? Do you think institutions are buying at 860, or is it retail traders? We got a $5 donation coming in here from Big Mo. Thank you so much. Big Mo says double dollar tickers SPCE. Virgin Galactic now sitting at $19.2. Oh, by the way, thank you for that donation. Yeah, SPCE, I think it's still not filled the gap here. We're getting closer and closer though. I think with the 10-year rising, which is still rising, but slightly going down. Yeah, markets are about to go green though, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I would say in my opinion, it's sitting at a buying opportunity right now. I think it's a buying opportunity. It could go as low as 17.2, which is that gap that could be filled here with the 10-year that's rising. It's down 4% today. And the main reason that it's a buying opportunity is just like historically speaking, when it gets oversold like this, it tends to just bounce off. Shorts could get squeezed. Shorts usually start covering. We have earnings coming up beginning of November. So I think we could probably get back to around 22, maybe even as high as 23, filling that gap right there at least. But for us to be going above this bearish resistance, we would need to see a very nice catalyst. We need to see some good news. Something like, hey, we have another test flight coming up, or something, right? We haven't gotten anything positive. It's just been negative, 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 negative. And if we see something positive out of earnings, we could get back to 30. If we don't, we're just going to stay in this range. Just like what we've seen in the past, it can stay in these lower bound ranges for quite some time. But yeah, I do think it's a buying opportunity. I think there's more risk, or there's more reward versus risk at this point for Virgin Galactic. Tesla sitting at 860.5. But it's, the momentum is still there. There's a lot of buying opportunity. There's a lot of buying pressure on the stock. There's like 95% of people are bullish on Tesla right now. 95%, that is insane. I only see that kind of sentiment happen when like S&P inclusion is coming up or something like that, which is kind of nutty in of itself. But yeah, that's the current situation, Oh, moments. It's funny, like everybody wants to buy Tesla at 860 right now, but just a couple weeks ago, nobody was buying Tesla at 700. I was screaming like, guys, Tesla stock at $700, very nice buying opportunity, and everybody was doubting me. Every single person out there was telling me like, I'm crazy, Tesla's gonna go down. This was very, very recently, right? Just a couple weeks ago, Tesla was sitting at $700, end of August, right there. Right there. I was saying, guys, Tesla's going to go to the moon. And now it's sitting at 860. And suddenly, when Tesla stock hits 860, it's like everybody's in Tesla. Everybody wants to buy Tesla stock. Which to me is just crazy. Because right now, it is capping out there. It's like an opposite world. We got a $10 donation. Thank you so much. It's from Peru Invest. Appreciate it a lot. Perry said... dollar ticker AMPL is a future Twilio. Remember my words. YouTube Limit is donating, is limiting your donation power. Okay, for this week. What the hell? Well, Perry, I've been saying this in the past. I mean, you can always check the PayPal. There's no limits on PayPal, so you've been donating a lot. To be fair, you've been donating a lot. So I think if YouTube is limiting you, it's probably for that reason. But yeah, check the PayPal if you want to donate. Dollar ticker AMPL. I mean, so far your picks were, I think 80% of them were pretty good. I think UiPath was one of the worst ones, but I think that one could rebound in the next coming months. I am quite bullish on UiPath. AMPL, don't know much about this. Amplitude of almost 6 billion market cap, 100 million in revenues, obviously burning more money now. But they're growing quite fast quarter over quarter. What do? Engages in digital optimization systems that help companies analyze its customer behavior with digital products. Sounds like a futuristic company to me. And with their revenues growing, and it's just sitting at a 6 billion market cap, but they don't have that much revenue, so that's only fair, I think. Is Tesla? Some people are saying Tesla's going down, but I don't believe it. It's sitting at 860. Amplitude. I'm gonna look it up right now. What is this company about? Real quick. The digital optimization system. Interesting. It seems like like one of those startups, right? It seems quite legit, but you know, it's already sitting at like a 6 billion market cap though. Sitting at 58.5. I think we're just going to look at it from a technical perspective. It is overbought right now on the 1 hour chart. 10-year yield is going up. 4 hours overbought as well. And the daily chart is not overbought, but you know, we're getting there, right? I think it's a nice company. I would love to buy. It's just I want to buy at cheaper levels. You know, we have lockup period expirations coming most likely, so I would love to buy at least a price of 53. So I'm looking at this coming down potentially at least at 53, right? Mainly because it's just so overbought right now. And what's happening with the 10-year yield? Oh, Tesla's going down. Wow, surprise, surprise. 10-year yield is still up 1.7%. Markets are still negative. So I think there's still a possibility that this is just going to fill the gap right here. It usually does at the beginning of an IPO or SPAC merger. That 53.6, that's where I would personally start buying when the RSI is indicating neutral or even lower than that. Yeah, so could be an interesting one. I think this could be maybe a 10 billion market cap because their growth is just accelerating, right? So they're going from 33 million to 39 million, and that looks quite legit to me. It's not sitting at like 10 or 20 billion right now. It's sitting at 5.9 billion, which is... to be fair, it could maybe, you know, could go to 60, 65-ish short term. So yeah, that would be quite nice. That would be my estimate right now for AMPL. Unless there's some good news, right? So AI, look at that. AI is going up by 2 percentage points. There we go. And we have a €4 donation coming in here from Laura Gayhart through PayPal. Laura says, check Sava and CRISPR. I'll be checking those in a second. Look at that. We just dropped to... Look how tiny that correction was. Look how tiny that correction was, right? That kind of shows you the insanity of the buying power right now. Every single dip is being bought out. Every single dip. Usually happens at the close. The closer you get to the top, the more you see that kind of movement. Sava, Cassava Sciences. You don't see that kind of movement at the bottom. At the bottom, it's like it just keeps bleeding and bleeding. At the top, it's like there's not a single space or not a single room for a dip. Everybody's buying like crazy until they don't, and then it just falls and falls and falls. Sava Sciences said in the past that because of the 10-year moving up, that would be an indication for another drop. What's happening right now is that the 10-year is falling, and that's a good thing. And so Cassava Science is gradually going positive. It's up 1.4%. Nasdaq is starting to go up as well. So we're seeing the markets improve as we're seeing the 10-year go down. So that's big, very big news, right? So the 10-year was spiking for the past 8 hours or something, and it's going down now, which is just great. VIX is going down as well. We're seeing the dollar still in the green, which is not something you want to see necessarily. Bitcoin is still going up. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens really, like with Cassavas, especially with the fact that they don't necessarily have a catalyst near term. At least not from what I've been seeing. Here we go. SoFi is at $20. When Twilio was under $60, don't listen to me now. It's too late. Same with MPL. Yeah, I think AMPL could be quite interesting. I saw the growth rate. I was like, wow, damn. I mean, they're not even losing that much money as well. It's like it's like what 25% or 20% of their revenue is just that's what they're losing right now. Could be interesting. One moment. Yeah, so for Cassava Sciences, I still think it's going to fall. I still think it's going to fall back to around 46, 47. And just perform this movement. It's going to take some more time. And then head up to about 56, 57 short term. Let's see what's happening here. Look at that. C3.ai up to 46.4 now. Up 2.3%. NEO is still up 1.5%. And Tesla is still looking strong, sitting at 861.5. We have big tech starting to go green. Microsoft going up. And Microsoft is very close to all-time highs. In fact, it's like, I mean, how much is this? 0.3% until it hits all-time highs again. Meanwhile, Apple's been sluggish, and Facebook is rallying as well. Sitting at 329.15, which is one of the stocks that we've been covering that I thought, Gara, you are going to add more on your Tesla short? Yes, I will. If Tesla hits 865, I will be adding more. So I'm waiting for that to happen. And we're getting pretty close, right? It's $2.5 away now. I mean, I got a hedge against my long position, so I think, you know, Tesla going up like 30% in a couple weeks' time, despite 10-year yield going up, I think that's a nice one. Let's see. SoFi. I thought SoFi was going to go down. Didn't happen. It's up 3.8%. Interesting. What the hell is that? Why is SoFi up 4%? That doesn't make a lot of sense. What happened for SoFi? Let's see. SoFi stock. Did they get any news recently? Oh, Jim Cramer says PayPal and SoFi are buys. Oh, if Jim Cramer is saying something, then it should come true, right? What's happening with PayPal? Oh, look at that. PayPal's kind of down right now. But there's just a lot of excitement around SoFi, I think. It's no real catalyst. I guess we're above resistance, though, so that is something. And we are getting overbought right now. Earnings is in more than 2 weeks. It's in 3 weeks. So we could still pull back. But yeah, I've been bullish. Keep in mind, remember, I was bullish on SoFi at $15. Like, don't hate on me. I've been bullish on SoFi at $14, $15, $16, $17. It's now sitting at 20.2. Same with Tesla. I mean, the same story here. I was bullish on Tesla back in the day, like 540, 600, 700, 750. Bullish on Tesla all the way. It's now sitting at 863. I just don't think it's as much as of a buying opportunity right now, frankly. There we go. All right. Look at that movement on Tesla. That is crazy. It makes me think of these times, right? Right here and right here. Although this was crazy. This movement only happens like when you have an S&P inclusion or something. And you can see this right here as well. There's like a big discrepancy between now and back then. Look how the RSI moved back then, right? You can see this like all the way up. Yet the RSI moves very slowly. You see that? RSI, very, very slow movement. And then right now, you're seeing the opposite. The RSI moves very fast, and the price is not going as much as back then, which is an indication of, like, there is a correction coming up. I know this because I've been doing this for 6 years. But then keep in mind, hey, if Elon comes out and says something crazy like, hey, we're going to get like earlier production of the Cybertruck or the semi-truck, or if we get a product announcement or a catalyst, right? If we get a positive catalyst, we're going straight to the moon. It's going to go above $900. If that doesn't happen, correction is going to be inevitable at this point. Because it almost always corrects back down at around earnings, especially when the stock price is, last time it hit the trend line from then to now, it's a 30% move. So it has been going up for quite some time. I think what's helping here for Tesla is that the 10-year yield is coming down. And look at that, the Nasdaq is coming back up. So that's a big help. That's why it's able to maintain 862.5, and it's up 2.3%. Which is overall good for the long positions that I have, but 862. Oh, there we go. Here we go again. 863, 863.1. People are buying like crazy. It's as if they've never seen Tesla stock. There we go. Volumes are coming down though, like we usually see that. Market opens up, volumes start coming down. Let's see. Neo up 2%. Lucid. Look at, damn. Okay, so Lucid is now sitting at 25.2, which it hit our target. Which, beautiful arrow right there.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what.
Oops. Siri, please don't do that. So yeah, Lucid is hitting our target right here, hitting 25.2, which is just great. I mean, that is amazing, fantastic. I think the main reason that is happening is because of Tesla going up so fast. It's kind of taking along Lucid with it. Have you seen the RSI being overbought for a long period of time? Longer than you can be solvent. All right, man, I'm gonna keep adding my shorts on Tesla stock. It's just like people get so butthurt when you take the opposite position of their trade, which in my opinion, like why? Just it's information. Like I'm just giving you information. Look, I'm a YouTuber. I'm somebody who's been in the market for 6 years. I'm going bearish. Don't get emotional. Take it as information. I think it's gonna go down. That's all it should be. It's just information. It hit, I think we almost hit 864. My gosh. I'm very glad about my short, my long positions, which, they're going up substantially on Tesla. Wait, is DIDI going up right now? I think DIDI is going up, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is. Damn, that is awesome. Meanwhile, Tesla's also going up. One sec. Darn it, Tesla's just not hitting 865. Like, I want to add more to my short. It's not hitting 865 yet. We got pretty close there. 865 would be my next target right now. Let's see. Baba, Virgin Galactic, Helion. Damn, what is happening with SoFi? What the hell is this? It's above resistance. I can't be bearish on it anymore, I think. But I don't understand what's happening. Like, what's the catalyst? Like, I'm trying to figure that out right now. Can't find anything on it. Maybe it's on Twitter. One sec. Or's earnings coming up very soon. Let me check. Oh, no, not that soon. No. Is Wall Street Bets talking about it? No idea. Let's check Twitter. Twitter, SoFi stock. Big news for both Palantir stock and SoFi stock. No. Pagaya partners with SoFi to expand access to financial services. Oh. All right. It seems like SoFi had some good news, right? Yeah, so SoFi has some good news. I can't be bearish. There's a fundamental catalyst that came out, and that's why it's going up. That makes a lot of sense. So before, right, I said it was going to go down unless something happens, fundamentally speaking, like a catalyst. We had a catalyst today, and now it's going up 5.8%. And it's above resistance, so it's going to keep moving up at this point. Daily chart is just looking overbought right now. Remember, I'm on the side of the bulls here. It's just I thought we got a short-term catalyst to the downside, which is it's not going to happen because we got a. I think they have they've got a partnership, around student loans, and to be frank, their whole business is just doing really well in the coming months. DIDI's going up a percentage point. What's happening with Tesla? Tesla's kind of sitting at 861 right now. Too many shorts on SoFi. I think there's also a lot of people that are shorts on SoFi. That's true, 100%. They're getting squeezed to hell. They're getting squeezed. SoFi is going up 6.5% right now. Next resistance should be sitting around maybe $21. Yeah, around $21 could be tough around $21. That would be my short-term target around 21, which is about 2% away. We got another donation coming here from Laura Gayard. Laura says, check CRISPR. And it's a 1.6 euro donation. Thank you so much for donating on the PayPal. I'll be checking that out right now. One moment. CRISPR sitting at 96.5. Lack of catalyst, right? That's the big problem. But yeah, daily MACD looks like it's going to correct up. It's going to go up soon. We have earnings coming up the 10th of November, which is around 3 weeks away from now. This is a little too overly optimistic, I think. I think I drew that on the 4-hour chart. More like it could still consolidate here in this zone, but I think eventually we're heading up to around 105, 110. Unless something changes, right? Just like what we saw with SoFi, I said it was going to pull back, but then we got a bullish catalyst. I think the same thing could happen with CRISPR. ARK is still heavily buying CRISPR, and I think when ARK is buying, I mean that's a big positive side. It's not a red flag. But yeah, then you look at the weekly chart. Volumes are picking up, which is nice. You want to see the volumes pick up right here, huge volumes, because that is an indication that smart money is probably buying the dip. So yeah, that's what I think. I think we're going to go back to 105, 110, which is about a 10 to 15% move. But somebody said that Netlist is going up. Damn, look at that. Netlist going up 9.2%. Netlist is one of the buy and sell signals on Patreon. It was a buying opportunity at 4.5 to 5.5, now sitting at 6.5, going up much higher. One of our moderators actually recommended Netlist. He said that Netlist was a potential buying opportunity because of the lawsuits that are happening against some big corporations like Google, which could get them sums worth of about $3 billion to $5 billion. Netlist is a small market cap, 1.5 billion market cap company. So if they win, there's a high probability that they will. The stock could fly much, much higher. So yeah, it's amazing. Good stuff. Up 9.2%. Let's see what's happening here. AI up 2%. Tesla sitting at 861. 10-year yield is coming down very fast now. MACD crossing. Elon just announced that Tesla will start making planes. He did announce that. I do remember that, but that's like 5 to 10 years into the future, I would say. Let's see. Let me check his Twitter. Maybe he did announce it. Who knows? Yeah, Elon's been posting a lot. He's been tweeting a lot. I don't think he announced anything regarding planes. Although in his most recent, in the annual shareholder meeting, we did get a bit of a glimpse of that. He did say that they want to make planes. It's just that the battery capacities are not at that level yet. So it could happen into the future. Just not yet. Too soon. Let's see. Baba up 0.2%. DIDI, look at that. My gosh. DIDI is still doing pretty well. My DIDI. Virgin Galactic is starting to bounce, which is to be, it's just about time. Robinhood's still negative. I don't understand this one. Why is Robinhood still negative? That's kind of weird. I think people are buying SoFi instead, but yeah, the MACD is crossing right now, looking like it's kind of negative. Yeah, I think Robinhood is pretty much, I think it's a buying opportunity. Young Tran, Gara, please don't sell your last 20% of Tesla. I think that short position is like 1/30th of 1/40th of my portfolio. It's not that big. Gara, my sister's friend said that Tesla's going to go to 2,000 tomorrow. So I just went all in. I hope for you that is the case. That'd be some insane gains. If it goes to $2,000, a lot of people would be very, very happy. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would be pretty crazy to see that happen. Palantir is up 1.4%, looking pretty juicy, pretty nice. Once again, Palantir is one of the buy and sell signals. C3 is one of the buy and sell signals. Which one is also up right now? Baba, DIDI is going up right now, which is also one of the buy and sell signals. These buy and sell signals can be found on Patreon, by the way. I want to just quickly check the RSI in Tesla again. I think it's looking kind of interesting. Volumes are coming down, by the way. That is not a good thing. Oh, this is AI. Oops. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Volumes are relatively okay on Tesla. What's happening with RSI? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Guys, I am warning you. This is a warning. Look at the RSI. It's sitting at 87.3. I am telling you, not a single time in history has the RSI gone up this fast and then consolidated. It's gonna come down. I know people don't want to hear this. I've been bullish on Tesla since forever, and I'm still bullish. It's just short term. We're gonna get a blip. Be prepared for a potential 5 to 10% downside. Just saying. Just be prepared, like mentally, right? I still think we're gonna hit all-time highs, but yeah, this is just getting insane. This is where it's gonna break out. It's already broke out. It broke out right here. So the breakout already happened. It's not breaking out. It is breaking out. It has been breaking out. That's the right mindset. It broke out when it broke resistance above $800. This is the breakout. We're not going to get another breakout. It's happening already. We're in the breakout. And it's about to top out. One second. I'm going to edit some positions. All right. Man, this is the same. I think this is the same as like buying right here. It's like, yay, I'm buying. I'm up 4%, and then it drops like 10, 20%. I think day traders are having a great time on Tesla, though. SoFi is up 5.5%. Nice, nice, nice. Let's see what's happening here. AI, Palantir. What's happening? Is the 10-year going up again? Oh, 10-year's just doing fine. S&P kind of flat. It's sitting at the resistance, so it could pull back. Nasdaq is sitting at resistance as well, so it could pull back. Russia, the Russell is green. Volatility index coming down. It's kind of sitting at the base level now, which is kind of nice. Usually when it's sitting there, markets don't really go down that much. We're not going to see a 5 to 10% correction in the markets. Gara, you're talking both sides of your mouth. You will never be wrong. Yes, I will never be wrong when I'm sitting at both sides of the trade. I'm holding Tesla and I'm shorting Tesla because I've been holding Tesla for a long time. I had $20,000 plus in Tesla. I sold most of it. Now I'm holding a small amount and now I'm shorting Tesla. I'm not going to be wrong because I'm holding both sides of the trade. But where I could be wrong is where I'm timing it, right? If I'm selling as it's going down, I'm losing money. If I'm selling as it's going up, I'm winning, right? So it's all about, like, where is that momentum heading? Like, are we heading into a catalyst or are we heading into bearish territory? And it's that timing that's going to be, swing trading is kind of like about timing, really. You're kind of like a surfer. You're surfing the waves and you're kind of anticipating the next wave coming up, or you're anticipating that the wave is going to be getting crushed. And I think that this wave is about to get crushed. One sec. Tesla's still skyrocketing. I mean, that's just very, very remarkable. There we go. All right. Long-term timing the market is very foolish, but short-term you can definitely time the market. There's technicals, fundamentals, macros. People are betting billions of dollars in the short term in timing the market, and these are like institutions, hedge funds, flash traders. Like, I'm not kidding when I'm saying that you could definitely. There's a probability in success when you're timing the market if you have all the indicators and you're following everything. That's how swing traders are born. And, when markets are sitting at all-time highs, when PE ratios are sitting at all-time highs, trust me, like, being a swing trader is much more beneficial than being a long-term trader. You want to be a long-term investor when the markets are sitting at low PE, sitting at low levels of pretty much all metrics. But right now, debt is at all-time highs. It's just kind of crazy. These are really, really crazy times. Most people don't realize that. Tesla's sitting at 864. Yeah, if it hits 865, I'm going to add some more. Add some more shorts. Here we go. What's happening with Affirm? People saying Affirm is heading up. Oh, wow. Look at that. Affirm up 7.3%. It's crazy. Yeah, Affirm that, that partnership with Amazon really is one of the big reasons why it's going up right now. The buy now, pay later kind of paradigm. Here we go. Okay, so Affirm is sitting at 157.2. Yeah, around that level. It's not overbought yet on the 4-hour chart, not on the 1-hour chart. It's going to keep going up at this point. I don't know when it would stop because we don't know what the size of we don't know how much that partnership is going to affect it totally. Because we haven't seen any revenue yet from that partnership. I think shorting Affirm would be not a smart idea. Because it could be an $80 billion market cap company. We don't know yet. We need to see the numbers. And the numbers are going to come out in November, I think. And even that, we need to see the numbers, not this quarter, but the quarter after that. When they completely implement everything with the Amazon side of things. Oh, wow, look at that. Tesla's starting to come down just a little bit now. It's still sitting quite high, though. So it's not like this is not like bearishness. This is still like a short, very small, tiny dip that we're getting. And most people are still incredibly bullish on Tesla. So Lucid Group starting to fall a little bit. Is it the Nasdaq going down? It's the Nasdaq going down, right? So that's the common culprit. Nasdaq kind of going negative right now. And AI pulling back. Palantir's pulling back. What are we seeing here? BNGO's pulling back slightly as well. Virgin Galactic is still doing fine. IONQ up 3%, but we were bearish on this short term, right? We said it was going to pull back, now it's starting to go up. GGPI kind of flat. CRISPR is holding up. ChargePoint nothing. SoFi still up 5%. UiPath down slightly. Uber is down 2%. Robinhood is down 1%. I'm thinking Robinhood is just going to jump to 42 in this week. Sec. Baba is going negative now. DIDI is coming down. Chinese stocks are coming down. Huh, interesting. We were risk on, and now it seems like the bonds are doing well because the 10-year yield is going down. Interesting. Markets are still slightly negative, which is not necessarily the best thing you want to see. Nano Dimension still negative. What's happening here? Semiconductors are going up still. Big banks are going up. Value stocks are still down. Although are they bouncing? No, they're not bouncing. Still down for the most part. VIX is holding up. 10-year yield is still down. Dollar is going down again. Crypto is still doing good. Crypto, Bitcoin sitting at 62K. Huh, that's interesting. So we have the 10-year going down, but some growth stocks are going down, and some of them are actually doing good. Because AI and Palantir are starting to come down right now. I think this is probably happening because of the Nasdaq going negative, right? And the Russell too. Russell's also going negative. Let me see if I want to add some positions here. Huh. Burry closed his positions on Tesla. He announced it. Yeah, but the thing is, guys, Burry was shorting Tesla at 540. Let's be real. He was shorting Tesla at the bottom. I don't think he does technical analysis. Let's go here. You know where this is where Burry was shorting Tesla. I think he added this short right here. I mean, let's be honest. Like, you're not gonna have a lot of success if it goes to like $900. Like, I mean, it could go down to 500, which it did. It was a horrible short position from him. At least the price range that he shorted it at. And to be fair, most people that are shorting Tesla have a bad time because it usually just keeps on going up. But yeah, just looking at technicals, I mean, RSI is still sitting at very, very high levels. Same on the 4-hour chart. We're hitting all-time highs in RSI, very, very close to that. Weekly chart, we're getting overbought on the weekly chart. I think we're gonna get a small correction before we go up further. Burry had a short position at 750. I don't know. Like, everybody has different opinions. A lot of people are saying 540, 550 at the lower levels. From what I've heard, at least. From what I've seen. But yeah, it's a good hedge. I think, shorting Tesla at 860 short term for the coming week could be a good hedge. Now DIDI is going down. Baba's going negative. Damn, this is looking interesting. Things are selling off. That is problematic. But yeah, I did say it yesterday. Like, this early part of the week is probably going to be rather bearish. But as we're heading into the end of the week, and earnings are coming up for Tesla this week on Wednesday. We have earnings coming up for Facebook, Microsoft, other companies out there next week. It's going to get really, really interesting. Moment. Tesla's still sitting at 861.5. Interesting. It seems like 858 is a bit of a bottom, but now 860 has become support as well. No, the thing is, the fact is, 95% of people are buying Tesla. The last time 95% of people were buying Tesla was like January or something. And then Tesla fell 10-20%. All right. Anyway, we're going to be wrapping up the stream. It's been good. We've been live streaming for almost 2 hours. I just want to quickly show you the Patreon, which is right about here. There you go. This is the Patreon. You can support me on Patreon. There's a link down below in the description for the Patreon. We have different tiers, different benefits per tier. Things like Q&A live streams, which we have twice a week. We have the Patreon-only Discord channel. We have Patreon-only live chats, early access to content, access to the Lucid Trading newsletter, behind-the-scenes content, the buy and sell signals. We have individual stock picks and many more benefits. You can find it on the Patreon down below. These are the published posts that we have. We have many posts coming up as well. These are the buy and sell signals, which I'm going to show you right now real quick. I have to switch my screen, unfortunately, for that, because it's in a Word document. There we go. These are the buy and sell signals that we have going on right now for Patreon. Check it out. It's definitely very, very useful. Let's get back to the original page if we can. There we go. Fantastic. We have stock picks like for Palantir. We have the Q&A live streams that I announced beforehand. We did a stock pick on DIDI and C3.ai. And there's many, many more things that I'm offering on the Patreon. There's going to be a link down below in the description. You can support me there. And once again, it's the lifeline of this channel. All the money is going to be reinvested into Lucid Trading for better content, more content, and ultimately, it's just supporting the channel. So check out the Patreon. 40 people already joined, and many more have been joining. Yeah, that's it. Let's get back to the charts. See if anything else changed so far. I'm going to be posting the link for the Patreon down below for the people that want to join. This always happens. When I go back to TradingView, the screen kind of goes black at first. I don't know why. It's really strange. It's still... This is so freaking weird. Hold up. Yeah, it's still happening. I don't know. What can I say? All right, that's it, I guess. That's so freaking weird. Anyway, there's a Patreon link down below in the live chat. It's also in the description. Check it out if you want to join. Many people joined, like I said. It's very beneficial for a lot of people. You can join for as little as like $3, and you can get the newsletter, the stock picks, the buy and sell signals. We have Discord group calls. We have Discord Q&As. We have the Lucid only patron chat, the patron only Lucid Trading patron chat, and all of it is on the website. Patreon link is in the description, and it's also in the live chat. Of course, we also have social media. We have the Twitter, we have the Instagram, the TikTok. If you want to follow me on social media at all, there's a link down below in the description as well. I'm gonna be uploading a video on a stock. I won't be telling you which one yet, but video is going to be uploaded in about 2 hours, so that's coming up, and we're going to have a second live stream in roughly 3.5 to about 3 hours from now. So if you want to join, if you want to be notified for that, then hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can join. All right, have a great day, everybody. This is going to be an interesting week, and I'll be seeing you in a couple hours.